This program contains surgical procedures that are graphic in nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Spleen.
That's the spleen out.
4.5 hours after Gretchen was cut open, one organ is out. And now the donor team arrives from Tennessee and races to the hospital. They carry a cooler filled with donor organs kept on ice.
I know this donor is a young donor, very good quality, hemodynamically very stable, so the quality of the organ should be excellent and hopefully would be a good match for her.
Cooling the organs keeps them viable for 9 hours. This is called the cold ischemia time. Half that time has already passed. The sooner Kareem can get his hands on the organs, the better Gretchen's chances.
But the intestine is a very sensitive organ to what we call cold ischemia. And if you shorten the cold ischemia time, you get a better result, and the intestine works right away.
Now that the organs are here, one fear is past. A flight delay won't leave Gretchen with an empty abdomen and no new organs. But the most risky moments of the surgery still lie ahead.
We're gonna now separate the stomach with the GIA.
Kareem will leave a small portion of Gretchen's stomach intact, attached to her esophagus. The donor's stomach will be sewn onto this fragment. Kareem feels it's too risky to graft the new stomach directly to Gretchen's fragile esophagus.
Okay. Here is the stomach outside Gretchen's body, and that's the connection close to the esophagus, and that's when close to the duodenum.
In a nearby room, Dr. Guillarme Costa snips off a 3-inch section of artery that will supply the main blood flow to the organs.
Yeah. Is he done with it or not? Yeah, just bring it.
It's already 6 in the morning, and only 3 organs are out. Kareem must quickly attach the donor artery to Gretchen's body.
All right, go! Go!
But there are still 3 organs left in Gretchen's abdomen. Kareem stops blood flow to and from the pancreas, duodenum, and liver. Now the tension increases. You can't survive for long without a working liver. He quickly removes her pancreas and duodenum. The liver, the most crucial organ in the body after the heart and lungs, is the last to come out.
And a patient can live without the liver for a short period of time. We try obviously limit that period where the liver is not there.
Now we're taking the liver out. We're dissecting the right lobe of the cava. How is the patient doing?
Excellent.
What do you think, Jeff? It is relatively big.
Yeah, it's big liver.
It's 1.5 size the normal head size. Take your liver here and send it for pathology.
And now, an incredible and frightening sight. Gretchen's liver and her entire digestive tract have been removed. Her abdomen is empty. Yet, she lives.
Patient here, you guys get the abdominal cavity empty now.
There'll be no organs essentially in the abdomen, but the patient will still be alive because we've still kept the arterial flow still going down to the legs and the venous supply coming back up to the heart. Just we've taken all the other organs out.
So far, so good. But the most dangerous leg of the operation is still ahead. Inserting the new organs and restarting blood flow. This is when Gretchen is at the highest risk of suffering cardiac arrest and dying on the operating table. Joan Miller sits in a waiting room at Pittsburgh's Starzl Transplantation Institute. Her daughter Gretchen has been operated on many times before, but nothing comes close to this drastic procedure. She is one of the first people in the world to have multi-visceral transplant surgery. Her abdominal organs are being completely replaced. So far, Gretchen has endured more than 7 hours of high-risk surgery, and she's only halfway through. 6 major organs have been removed. Her abdomen is empty. Now the team of surgeons must insert the donor organs and hook them up to Gretchen's blood supply. This process of returning blood to tissue is called reperfusion.
The hard spot of the operation is when the organs are reperfused, and some of this patient could develop cardiac arrests.
Dr. Kareem will place 5 organs into Gretchen's empty cavity: the duodenum, stomach, pancreas, small intestine, and liver. The organs will go in as a set, with their internal connections in place. The spleen is left out. Its functions can be handled by the donor liver. Kept on ice, the donor organs are ready for insertion. The longer they sit without warm blood flowing through them, the greater the risk of tissue damage and death. Wrapped in gauze, the new organs descend into Gretchen's waiting body. Now, doctors Kareem, Bond, and Costa suture together the main blood pathways. It's a delicate procedure, and midway through this critical step, the anesthesia team has a shift change.
What is anesthesiology? Another one, please. Where's Dr.
Right here.
You can't, if the organs are in the field, you have to be here, period. The cable could slip, anything could happen. If you're in the bathroom, I'll forgive you. Were you in the bathroom?
I was, and I've been sick for a week.
Oh,
so.
I'm sorry. Why didn't you tell us with roses and stuff?
Kept on ice, organs survive about 9 hours without fresh blood. There's not much time left.
Dr. Costa, how much is the cold ischemia time now?
7 hours.
When did you cross-clamp there?
1:13, so 7 hours, 7 minutes.
7 hours, 7 minutes. So you're hiding the 7 minutes from us.
Now the doctors slowly release the clamps and let blood flow from Gretchen's heart into her new organs. This is the most frightening part of the operation.
How is the pressure?
It's low. And we're pushing fluid.
Blood.
I'm sorry, blood we're pushing.
Okay, I'm giving you partially the cable. Giving you the cable more. Are you all right?
We're having a hard time keeping up, but we'll catch up.
If blood flows in too slowly, Gretchen's organs will starve for oxygen. She could suffer brain damage. If blood goes in too fast, her arteries and veins could rupture and bleed out.
How are you guys doing?
It's not coming up yet, so we're still giving more.
I mean 46, coming up, 48.
The cable is full.
Okay, we're coming up.
What's your CVP?
11, 12.
All right, just watch it. The liver is congested.
CVP stands for central venous pressure, blood pressure inside the heart. Normal CVP is 2 to 6. Gretchen is at 12.
It's always a scary moment. Scary because that's what the patient usually arrests, and the organs don't perfuse well, then you get a big problem.
CVP's down to 8.
Yeah, perfect. It's softer now.
Warm solution?
Now nurses pour buckets of warm liquid onto the intestines. This equalizes the temperature between the warm blood inside and the cold exterior, reducing the risk of tissue damage.
Are you looking any better at all?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, we'll stop there then.
This is the transplanted organs now. This is the liver, still congested a little bit. This is the bowel, intestine, and that is the stomach, and that's the pancreas. Let's give her a break. And thank God and thank you, everyone.
The most difficult part of this breathtaking operation is over. Now Dr. Kareem takes a short break to find Gretchen's mother.
Where did she go?
Phone call downstairs.
Downstairs where?
I think she's going to go out in front of 7.
Everything is going well. Everything is going well. Really going well. Everything, she's doing very well. Everything is good. The new organ's in and everything is good. You know, anything could happen, but hopefully everything will go well.
I thought it would even be longer.
Yeah, everything went well. I moved quickly. Yeah, moved fast. Yelling at everybody.
Good.
Waking everyone.
That's the important thing.
Entertaining everyone.
Good.
Otherwise, everybody will be sleeping.
Dr. Kareem steps back into the operating room. A long series of minor procedures lies ahead, but the most critical moments have passed. Finally, at 4:30 in the afternoon, Dr. Costa puts in the final stitches. After 16 hours, the Pittsburgh team completes the most complex operation in the world. Gretchen survives, despite her extremely poor physical state. At long last, she has a chance of living a normal life, but only if her body accepts the mass of new organs inside her.
I scream for you. I'm falling, I'm falling.
Food is a great gift from God. It's amazing how we don't appreciate one of the gifts that God gave us, which is the food. Imagine one of us not able to eat, right? And live on intravenous feeding. We take it for granted. We didn't appreciate how great of a gift from God until we lose it.
You keep talking with your mouth full. Can we do this without him eating?
I shouldn't eat.
So hungry.
I didn't know that. I am hungry.
Your cheek is like this.
That's right. Gretchen, it's good. We thought she may die in the operating room. But even with the bacteria that was growing in her blood after transplant, all of a sudden for the last week or so, all the cultures are negative and she's doing relatively well.
3 weeks have passed since Dr. Kareem and his team took 6 organs out of Gretchen Miller's body. At the time, she weighed less than 70 pounds. Liver failure had almost killed her. She couldn't eat in the normal sense. All of her food came in through her veins. Now, everything has changed. After 14 years, Gretchen eats her first normal meal.
My first beat from a surgery.
Well, since the operation, as you can see, there's been a dramatic change in Gretchen.
Peekaboo.
It's so impressive to me when you replace disease organs with healthy organs. You see that their skin changes, their hair changes, and they just start to put on weight, and they look so much better because their organs are functioning now.
Inside Gretchen's abdomen, the donor organs gradually come up to speed. It usually takes a month for the muscle contractions that drive digestion to build to normal levels. The pulsing movements in Gretchen's new intestine started in a week, but the stomach is lagging behind. At this point, Gretchen needs to eat small portions of easily digestible food. But after a decade of deprivation, she's built up an appetite.
You guys might like this. You should try it. You don't have to eat out of my bowl. It's over there.
This is a miracle that she's gotten well so quickly, so easily. Yes, we'll take it a day at a time because you don't know what's coming, but this is a miracle. Someone else had to lose, our family had to lose someone special. And we'll always be grateful to them.
I couldn't have ever done any of this without my mom. She could have lost her job. I was so, you know, she dropped everything just to get me back and forth here so many times. Like six calls it took.
I got what you be dreaming about, honey. You see this?
Wow, look at.
Oh,
Have you had it?
one.
Huh?
Never had one.
You never had one?
No.
Then you get this one. You got 3 of them. Why did she die?
I love you.
Well, yeah, don't cry,
Thank you so much. See, he takes care of me. Yes, he does.
Okay, honey. How do you feel today?
I feel okay.
Let's go and take a look at you. I didn't see you.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
I'll walk with my Uncle Kareem.
All right. You're making me look old. Feel old. You gonna eat one?
Sure, will you eat one too?
I just had some.
That's why I'm being careful about, like, how I eat and drink things. I don't want to just mess it all up. I can't do that now. And I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to ruin it. It's just different things. Sometimes you notice things, sometimes you don't. Silly little things like peanut butter jelly. I liked that before, but not, I really like it now. And you wonder if it has anything to do with that other person. But I wish they knew how grateful I feel for that, for them.
At this point, everything is looking up. But things are rarely simple when a body has to deal with 5 new organs.
I don't know that you can get to that feeling of it's okay, everything's going to be good. It is too early. It is too early.
Joan's words prove prophetic. Over the next week, Gretchen drops from 114 back down to 92 pounds. She runs a fever, a possible sign of organ rejection. Though she looks better on the outside, deep in Gretchen's intestine, a small rebellion is building. Her immune system works hard to repair the damage from the operation, but it targets the donor organs inside her as invaders. Her transplants and her life are in serious danger. Kareem and his team put Gretchen on a powerful immune system suppressant. The drug could save her, but it also leaves her vulnerable to infections. She will be on the drug for a week. A crash cart parked outside her door warns the staff to prepare for sudden heart failure. Gretchen has clawed her way back from the brink of death, but it still lurks just around the corner. 8 weeks ago, Gretchen Miller endured a life-saving 6-organ transplant. After a strong early recovery, she suffered a setback, signs that her new organs were rejecting. She spent 7 days on powerful steroids that swelled up her face and arms. But she survived. Her journey back to health continues. Today, her doctors will decide whether she can finally leave the hospital.
So how are you, sweetie, today?
Wonderful.
You're wonderful. Doesn't look like it. Are you?
I just would like to go.
You had a fever this morning, but we're gonna ignore it a little bit. All right, we're glad. You're really doing well. I'm just worried about the fever today, but we'll watch it. I'll do blood cultures in her before she goes, just in case. Most likely you're gonna do fine as an outpatient. Hopefully you continue to do well, and hopefully we don't have to readmit you. Okay?
You wanted me to stay.
After 8 weeks, Gretchen is released from the hospital. She will stay at a nearby hotel for several weeks, but freedom from sickness is finally in sight. One month later, 12 weeks after the operation, Gretchen and Joan come home.
Okay, it's been a long trip. I can see physical changes in her and reactions from people who have seen so many transplant patients that say she looks so different and so good and so healthy, and that's wonderful. Welcome home, Gretchen. Congratulations on your multi-organ transplant.
And when they ask how I feel, I'll just tell them 100 times better, because that's the truth.
I know it's hard to walk for you, huh?
I couldn't wait to just get home and go to bed normally without any tubes and bags and all that stuff.
Nice to be home, huh?
Now we gotta find a name for this.
For 14 years, Gretchen lived in seclusion from her family.
Look it.
To her nieces and nephews, Aunt Gretchen was always sick. Now, she is not.
So many people are so positive about her, and you kind of cling to those hopes that it really is a miracle.
Gretchen's medical odyssey isn't quite over. She will report to the Pittsburgh clinic regularly for the rest of her life. But now, at long last, things are looking up.
Hey, Gretch. A full recovery for her is what I would love, without rejection, without any kind of further intense pain and hospitalization. And I'd like her to be able to have a life. That would be nice.
Just everything, I think, is different. If I wouldn't do the simple things, like play catch with my nephew and stuff like that. Well, I still think about that family that I got the organs from, a lot. I just want them to know just how appreciative I am. I'm free, I'm free.
Hooray. Be careful, guys.